Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the Midheaven Conjunct, the South Node, and the natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects of the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy, so what I decided to do is make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing is, if you have the Midheaven Conjunct the South Node in a natal chart, one way we manifest is that the career, which is the Midheaven, may be strongly connected with your past, which is the South Node. It could be that the career ambitions may have figured more prominently in your past than that first half of your life, in contrast to the second. Let's say, the Midheaven, as an Aquarius, as an example, that career may have been tied in with doing humanitarian, altruistic endeavors or actions, and they've been associated with astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, meteorology, aviation, or even rocket science, in some examples. And also, to the success that one may attain, which is the Midheaven, may be diminished, which is the South Node to some degree. Remember, the South Node is less than. It can reflect what we're going away from. Or, when you have, let's say, the Midheaven is in Capricorn as an example. The success that one may attain, may be connected with government, politics, information technology, dentistry, accounting, masonry, general mundane work. It may be associated with timekeeping, construction, architecture, as some examples. But it can be where the success. Remember that your South Node is what we're going away from. The success may be diminished to some degree, but at the same time, the South Node also reflects, what one is naturally proficient in, one's natural built-in ability, so it can go the other way. I would say as well. Remember that conjunctions are neutral aspects, so there can be good and bad qualities connected with them. Now, also, too, another way this aspect may be expressed is that you may have much ambition, which is the Midheaven, doing what you're naturally proficient in, which is the South Node. Now, if the South Node, say, is in Scorpio as an example, which you're naturally proficient in, it could just simply be matters pertaining to support, whether it's moral, emotional, or monetary support. It could be matters of empowering others, transformation. But at the same time, it could be, doing something Scorpio related, whether it could be, blacksmithing, psychology, the occult, which includes astrology, embalming, surgery, forensics, investigation, billing, coding, insurance, and tax examination, as some examples. And also to the dominant parent, which is often the father, older people, and authority figures, which is the Midheaven, may figure prominently in the expression of your natural built-in abilities, which is the South Node. Now, if the South Node is in Aries as an example, those natural built-in abilities can include, doing something, that expresses leadership, prowess, and ability. It may be something associated with sports. It may be doing something Aries related, whether it could be welding or something with physiology or speech pathology, innovation, something pioneering. It may be arson investigation, law enforcement, as some examples. Now, also, too, overdeveloped and redundant qualities, which is the South Node, may be difficult to suppress, which is the Midheaven. Now, let's say the South Node is in Virgo, those overdeveloped, redundant qualities could simply be, including analyzing things, being overly analytical, analyzing things to the point where they don't need to be analyzed. It's like seeing the Dwad within the Dwad in an astrological placement. It could be doing something, like also, cleaning something to the point where it doesn't need to be cleaned. Dissecting things, to the fall. But also, another way that this aspect may manifest is that superiors, which is the midheaven, may play an integral role in what you may need to leave behind, which is the South Node. And if the South Node is in Libra, as an example, you may need to leave behind. It could be very ambivalent and decisive qualities. It may be, seeking peace at any price, constantly being the diplomat or mediator when you don't really have to. Because, the South Node, it's not all just, negative qualities. A lot of it is just simply about, the South Node can be to one's detriment because it could derail you from, the North Node, which is supposed to be your mission and purpose. Now, those same people, again, the superiors, which is the midheaven, and all may also play, an integral role in what you need to get away from, which is really essentially, the same thing. If the South Node is in Scorpio, as an example, it could be, there might be some manipulative qualities or vengeful qualities, or, constantly, it could be matters of support, maybe a shared resources situation is needed to be left behind at some point. Because if you have the South Node in Scorpio, of course, then the North Node is in Taurus, and the North Node in Taurus is more about self-reliance as opposed to maybe counting on support in shared resources situations, which would be the South Node in Scorpio. And also, too, those that played an integral role in your past, which is the South Node, may be pivotal in terms of your public image and reputation, which is the midheaven. Now, if you have, let's say, the South Node in Taurus as an example, one or more of those people that played an integral role in your past may actually be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are stolid, impassive, calm, placid, peaceful, stable, loyal, steadfast, trustworthy, patient, persistent, persevering, but at the same time can also be stubborn, obstinate, and materialistic as well. And another thing about this aspect is that attaining notoriety and recognition, which is the midheaven, may be something that you feel very comfortable in, which is the South Node. Now, if the South Node is in Gemini, as an example, you may attain notoriety and recognition in manifold things. It could be varied or variety of different things in which you get exposure for. It could be doing something with communications, whether it be writing, journalism, reporting, data, or satellite communications, or even something associated with manual dexterity, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, as some examples. Now, also, too, in a past life, that is in respect to those that believe in that, and that's the South Node. You may have been someone that emphasized business, social status, and stature in life, in the career, which is the midheaven. Anything connected with the midheaven, which can include notoriety and recognition as well, and one's public image and reputation. Now, if the say if the midheaven, is in Leo as an example, that could be, as far as notoriety and recognition goes, and attaining greater social status and stature like that may be done, and it may also have been done in a past life. Again, if you did, if you do believe that, in respect to that belief, if you do believe in that, maybe attained through, entertainment, or acting, circus performing, product demonstration, military, sports, creativity. It could be work with children, or cardiology as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying stay well.